Every city has its secrets, whispers passed down in alleyways, warnings etched into abandoned buildings, and stories that chill your spine long after the sun sets. These are the tales of shadowy figures lurking beneath streetlights, cursed objects found in dusty attics, and rituals said to summon the unknown. Welcome to the world of urban legends and myths, where reality and folklore blur, and every rumor might hide a terrifying truth. From original horrors to twisted takes on age-old myths, prepare to question everything you think you know about your city, because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones born close to home. Today we will talk about urban legends and myths, original and inspired. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The Man Beneath the Vents. In a decaying apartment complex outside of Detroit, tenants reported hearing whispers from the air vents at night. The voice didn't echo like air. It felt intentional, targeted. Maintenance workers found strange claw-like scratches inside the ducts, as if something had been crawling through them. One woman, Rosa B., swore she saw an eye peering out at her one night from a vent in the bathroom. Within weeks, tenants began moving out. Legend says a former janitor who lived in the boiler room was fired for spying through vents. He vanished and was never found. Now, whenever a unit sits empty for too long, strange noises return. Local law warns, if the whispers start calling your name, you're next. 2. The Girl Who Lived in the Billboard. In Tokyo's bustling Shibuya district, there's an infamous LED billboard that cycles between ads for cosmetics and cell phones. But some late-night commuters claim that, at precisely 3:33 a.m., the image flickers, revealing a young girl's face staring back, mouth sewn shut. Rumor says she was a missing child from the 1990s, kidnapped by a photojournalist who used her image for advertisements before she vanished. The billboard, eerily positioned above the scene of her last sighting, seems to trap her spirit. Some believe she was digitally preserved against her will, a ghost encoded in pixels. Others say her appearance is a curse for companies who exploit tragedy. Whenever a new ad replaces the old one, the same flicker returns. Whether ghost or glitch, the myth reminds us, even the most advanced cities can't hide their past. 3. The Screaming Tunnel Bride. Niagara Falls' Screaming Tunnel has haunted generations. The local myth tells of a girl in a white dress who ran into the tunnel trying to escape a fire set to her family's farmhouse. She never made it out. Legend says if you light a match at midnight inside the tunnel, the flame will instantly blow out, followed by a blood-curdling scream. Over the years, paranormal investigators have recorded thermal anomalies, sudden drops in temperature, and unexplained female sobbing echoing down the stone walls. What's chilling is how many claim the scream isn't random. It builds, as if responding to someone's name when called. Though rooted in Canadian folklore, the Tunnel Bride has inspired horror adaptations worldwide. The legend morphs depending on region. In one version, she's vengeful. In another, she warns trespassers. 4. The Collector of Abandoned Toys. In the suburbs of Manchester, a stretch of abandoned homes near a demolished toy factory is said to be haunted by the collector. Local children dared each other to enter, claiming to see toys moving on their own, dolls blinking, music boxes playing without keys. The legend says an elderly man, once the factory's night guard, couldn't cope after its closure. He began rescuing discarded toys and filling the homes with them. When he died, nobody claimed the body, and weeks later, the toys began appearing in odd places again: front lawns, playgrounds, and bus stops. Parents reported their children receiving toys that they never brought home. Some toys had names scratched into them, names of kids who had recently gone missing. The myth, inspired by real urban decay and fears of forgotten industrial zones, blurs innocence and menace. 5. The reflection that stays. In a Chicago high-rise, the legend of the staying reflection took root in 2007. Residents of one condo unit repeatedly complained that their bathroom mirror showed a reflection that didn't match reality. A woman's figure would stand behind them, but vanish when they turned around. Mirrors were replaced multiple times, but the image returned. Digging into building history revealed that a tenant had taken her life in that unit years earlier by overdosing while staring into that very mirror. Since then, guests and residents alike have experienced hallucinations, including seeing themselves aged, decayed, or with bleeding eyes. One man even broke down after claiming the reflection smiled when he didn't. Experts chalked it up to mass hysteria, yet the legend grew. 6. The subway whistler. In New York City's deeper, less traveled subway lines, particularly near the 91st Street Ghost Station, commuters have reported hearing melodic whistling. What makes it unsettling is its clarity amid the clamor of trains. Those who follow the sound report never finding a source, but feeling watched. Urban explorers tell of graffiti written in chalky lyrics and crude symbols leading into sealed-off corridors. The myth says the whistling belongs to a subway performer who was pushed onto the tracks in the 80s. His haunting tune continues underground. More chillingly, witnesses say the whistling sometimes mimics songs you just heard or hummed that day, as if it's responding. Several disappearances near that tunnel have fueled speculation. The MTA won't acknowledge anything supernatural, but workers admit certain stations are cursed. 7. The eternal elevator. In Seoul, Korea, an urban myth surrounds elevator number 6 of the closed Daeang Tower. Security footage once showed a man stepping in, pressing the button, then vanishing mid-floor with no door opening. After that, sensors registered the elevator stopping on floors that didn't exist. Some blame a developer who died during construction. Others think it's a time-space glitch. Those who've allegedly ridden the elevator claim it doesn't stop where you want. It stops where it wants. Some describe opening doors to entirely wrong locations, forests, old hospitals, even their childhood homes. A few never came back. Inspired by the viral elevator game from Korean internet folklore, this myth highlights how modern infrastructure can intersect with ancient fears. 8. The library that remembers you. In Prague, a centuries-old library houses more than books. It remembers its visitors. Locals believe if you read from certain cursed volumes hidden deep in the archives, the library starts showing you things from your past. Not on pages, but in the reflections of glass cases, shadows between shelves, or voices whispering your secrets. Several foreign researchers who spend long nights, they reported strange dreams bleeding into reality, dreams where pages turned themselves and old librarians with blackened eyes followed them home. One woman vanished entirely after claiming the building rearranged itself, trapping her in a section that didn't exist on the map. Some say it's a sentient archive that absorbs memory through touch. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.